Fox. And I said, nope, I don't want to show on Fox. And then the offers got bigger and bigger, okay? So that's why I love later in the New York Daily News, they said that I had asked for a show and that I didn't get one and that I was mad. That was one of the so-called unnamed Fox executives. That wasn't a Fox executive. That was a Glenn Beck producer that was still there. That's the world of these people. So, let me finish the story because it's one of the most important things I've ever talked about. I'm sorry I digress into spinal issues. Like two of the going to my neck are almost completely fused now. Anyways, you talk about it when your head's hurting. Sorry, my neck's hurting. That's why I was going to do that on air, and then I'll start telling people why I do certain ticks and things. And I don't know. The point is that this is so epic what's going on right now, and it makes me completely sick, okay? Because you notice I didn't finish the rest of the story, did I? Glenn Beck. It isn't about Glenn Beck sneaking around behind the scenes, always trying to sabotage me and not have radio stations carry me and get my sponsors and the rest of it. It's that he's a Benedict Arnold who knows they're getting ready to take out conservative and libertarian and patriot media, so he's going to NBC and trying to get a Meet the Press job, oh yeah, and going on there and saying, vote for Hillary Clinton. I mean, the guy is literally Judas Iscariot, except he doesn't have the decency to go hang himself the next day. I mean, he doesn't have the decency because he's worse than Judas. Judas felt bad about being intimidated into betraying Christ. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. And that's why you see all this. Megyn Kelly and him and all of them are getting ready for the purge. And thank God Sean Hannity, who I know risked his job. I know he's been threatened and told, get ready to lose your job. And I know he has pressure through Clear Channel as well to back off Hillary. And you know what? He hasn't been doing it. And now you've got dozens of them. Some are saying 30 are threatening to leave now. I mean, it was just a few last night if they bring down Roger Ailes. So that's good. That's American fighting spirit. And now maybe those people can understand that I was right all along about the level of tyranny and how dangerous things are. And that it doesn't matter down the road if we have a right-winger in office that tries stuff like this. You've got to stand against it because this country and our children are in deep trouble. And this world is in deep trouble. This isn't a game, people. And it comes down to your soul. Do you want to be with Glenn Beck? And do you want to be with Megyn Kelly, these evil, narcissistic, horribly dark betrayers? I mean, is that who you want to be with in your life? I'm talking to the listeners. That's what this comes down to. I mean, thank God that I'm with mavericks and patriots like Matt Drudge and Joseph Farah and other folks like that. And people like Tucker Carlson, who wasn't that hardcore years ago. But as it became safer to fight the New World Order, he starts doing it because now he's able to. People are showing you their true colors right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens when stuff starts to get bad, okay? That's what happens. And I cannot express to you enough how much danger this country is in. It's teetering on the edge. They are inches away from activating jihadi sleeper cells that'll bring in martial law. The BBC is announcing, oh, we're looking at stop saying the word terrorist altogether. And people say, oh, they're floating it. Yeah, no, they're going to do it now. They always say, should we not say mother and father? And then they ban it in government forms. Then they tell the kids don't use it. The kids are like, mother and father is bad? Yes, it hurts someone who doesn't have it. Talk about class warfare, dividing people if they have a mother or father, or don't talk about how you have a mother and father. That might hurt someone who doesn't. I mean, like don't. I mean, that's later, the test tube babies. Some people are from test tubes. That's what they're, or I told you this was coming a decade ago. Persecution of robots. And now it's in all the movies, and we need rights for AI, you see. Oh, yes. I mean, I can see their whole plan. And I understand why other people who didn't read globalist white papers, who didn't sit around reading 1,100-page text, 1,200-page text, and World War II, secret wartime reports that were declassified, and psychological warfare manuals of the Soviets and the British. I mean, I've done the research, okay? And I was younger then. I had a photographic memory, and I could just read a book in hours. Now, don't have a photographic memory anymore. It's kind of pleasing, I'll be honest with people. Because before everything, I'd see information. It was just like my head would burn. It was just like knowing so much and seeing what's the patterns, and other people don't see it. They don't understand. And I'm telling you, folks, I'm nothing special, but I'm kind of an idiot savant at larger political systems and what's really behind them. And it's proven that my view of the world and how it operates is more accurate than the disinformation view the globalists put out on purpose. This is not rocket science. Now, again, there's a lot of checkpoints. It's hard to get people in and out. We have to be searched by the Secret Service whenever we come into here. And we're going to get stacked up today with guests. But Diamonds and Silk are coming in. Hey, ladies, come on in here. Jump on in, beautifuls. Hey, it's good to have you here. We're talking about how they're trying to bring down Fox News and the rest of the independent media. Because after they take down the lead elephant, they're going to try to take everybody down. And the metaphor is intended. Come here, sweetheart. How are you doing?
Hey.
How are you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing wonderful.
You are sweethearts to be here and go through all that trouble to get here. Tell folks, everybody knows who you are, but plug your websites. Tell folks, about your fight, why you're supporting Trump, and I would imagine you're more proud now than ever.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, we're supporting Trump because he wants to keep us safe and secure.
Exactly.
He wants to bring back jobs where we can thrive, and he wants to unite this country and bring back spirit. So that's why we're supporting him.
And we're excited.
What has it been like, ladies, for you personally? I know you guys are positive about getting Donald Trump, who isn't an America hater. He just didn't out to get the country. That's good enough for me. What do you make, though, of the threats you've gone through? And I know you guys, we weren't even able to speak at the rally a while back, but we ended up coming anyways because of the death threats and things. I mean, we should talk about the so-called left. These people don't act like any liberals I ever knew before. What's happened to these people?
Well, we don't know what's happening to the left, but these death threats, we haven't heard anything about no death threats. We've never received death threats. So we don't know who made up that malicious lie.
Okay, good.
There is no way that we would have missed our man in this event for Donald J.
Okay,
Trump.
good. Well, I guess they were putting that out then so you wouldn't come and others wouldn't come and it would scare people away. But then now I learned it wasn't true.
It's not true.
Right.
And we made every event, even the Citizens for Trump rally.
Yes.
We were able to go out there and speak, and we had a phenomenal time.
See how their disinformation works? It is a wall of lies.
Yeah.
So we don't know if the left started something to stir up something. We don't know where it came from.
But getting back to that, you guys haven't ever been threatened? I mean,
No, we stand up to people. Listen, Alex, we are not afraid of people. I will stand.
I know that didn't sound like you guys. Well, sure.
I will stand.
Certainly you're where Trump's had a lot of threats. There's been a lot of attacks at his rallies.
Listen, we don't. The more they hate, the more we have to educate the people. That's what it's about. So we don't get into the riffraff with people. We don't
understand. My audience gets it. They're like, I'd say 95% Trump. And as the whole elite comes after him more, the 5% that weren't are getting on board. But I mean, behind the scenes, you guys have got to know Trump really, really good. What's it like knowing Trump himself behind the scenes?
Listen, he's a person that loves America, loves Americans.
Yes.
Want to just know that you're making it. Want to know that you're doing more than making it. You're thriving and not just surviving. He's present. He's tentative. So when he's talking to you, you have his undivided attention.
He's a very humble man. He loves all Americans. He don't care if you're red, black, white, blue. He don't care what color you are. Yeah, he don't care.
Be honest, you ladies are a little bit sweet on him, aren't you?
Well, listen, I always say Donald Trump is my man. I love Listen, I love a person. You know what I like about him? We've had the first African-American president. Not one time have he ever said, I'm going to do something for African-American.
That's right.
But Donald Trump is bold enough to say, you know what? I'm going to be the greatest president for African Americans. I'm like, he's not embarrassed of us as African Americans. He acknowledges us. That's why I'm pulling for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Well, Donald Trump, people have known forever. They just say he likes real people.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Because he's a real person.
That's right.
He's real.
But to have the first black president never mentioning nothing about you, but then having Donald Trump, I'm going to be good for you too, don't you worry. We got you too.
Well,
you
so specifically, we're going to come with actual jobs.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And that's what we need. Listen,
Obama doesn't want that. He wants everybody under his control.
We don't need an Obama phone. Give people good jobs. They can buy their own phone with me.
We're here in Cleveland. Where the Obama phone lady's from, and I tell you, I've gotten to know her. She's a sweet lady, but it's so sad. She really just thinks, that somehow somebody's got to save her.
That's being handed the crumbs. See, they so conditioned and used to being handed the crumbs. The crumbs of, give me this little phone. How is that going to help you make it? How is that going to help you thrive?
That's
you see what I'm saying?
I couldn't believe him when he said what Obama said he was actually going to get that lady a house, that he didn't actually follow through to get, at least for her. It had to be some local Republicans that did it. That was so mean to say, we're going to take care of you living in your car, and then doesn't even do it.
But he don't have a problem with helping illegal immigrants
get cars.
That's right.
Get cars and food and medical.
The whole system is flawed.
Yes.
So when somebody like Donald Trump come and say, you know what, this system is flawed. This system is going to work for Americans, and we're going to put Americans first. What? Yes, we going to vote for him. Yes.
Ladies, give out your websites.
Oh, diamondandsilk.com. You can follow us on Twitter, Diamond and Silk. Like us on Facebook, Diamond Silk. Everything is Diamond and Silk.
Just Google us.
Diamond and Silk.
Well, you guys are awesome. You know, what I love is I've had some rallies here. I mean, the rally you were at as well. And it was wonderful. It was, I think at least a third of the people at the Trump rally that I was with you the other day were Black Americans. That is so good.
Oh, yeah.
To challenge the media narrative that if you're in the Tea Party, you're racist. That is intended to actually make people believe that, so they don't have a chance if they're libertarians or if they're conservatives. I mean, that's a big insult to just say you're not allowed to even come to this.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, black people, white people are coming off of that Democratic plantation, baby, and they are jumping on the Trump train. And they keep wanting to put out this here little stigma. Oh, well, he may not have African Americans. He have African Americans.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them are closeted because they don't want to be ostracized. But he have black people that's going to be voting for him because you know what? They want to come up. They want to thrive again. Someone wants to be entrepreneurs.
Well, it's like when they say he hates gays, and then he was one of the biggest advocates for people to have equal rights 30 years ago before it was cool. It's just everything's a lie.
The left-wing media spinning a lie. Go ahead.
They want to keep us segregated. They want us to segregate ourselves by race or gender. But Donald Trump wants us to be united as one, as all Americans.
It's so obvious, too.
Yes.
It's the opposite of what Martin Luther King said 40 years ago. And RFK and JFK said it's literally segregation's what the left's pushing.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
And then what happens is, as soon as something happens where you see it look like a cop has killed a black boy or African American, now they pulling at the heartstrings of African Americans. And then African Americans go out in the street, pump their fists. Black Lives Matter movement started. Then they block traffic. And the same people that you protesting against is the same people that's risking their lives to protect you. They don't want to come to the table, you know, because to come to the table and to solve this problem, oh, that means the money stopped, the propaganda stopped. The tables are not out there in the streets. They're here. They're inside. We can sit down. How do we solve problems? Instead of marching, pumping your fists, and acting a fool in the streets. It's crazy.
And the same system that they're in the street doing, pumping their fists on, it's the same system they keep voting for.
Because it was the Clintons that put the crime bill into law. It was the Democrats that started all this. I know why Trump's
always hugging on you, ladies. I'll tell you. Get close to you guys in person. I like your energy.
Yes, we love you.
Let me ask you guys a question. What do you guys make of the attempts to bring down the conservatives at Fox News and Roger Ailes and this whole thing that's going on where the left is trying, and that's from inside, it's a fact, they're trying to bring down Fox News right now?
Well, we don't want that to happen. I hope everything work out well. That's all I can say. I don't know what's going on, but we want everything to work out well.
Well, there was a coup in Turkey or a counter coup. This is a coup at Fox News.
It is so sad. It's
anything to silence the truth.
Oh, yeah, they're moving against free speech. And I'm telling you, folks, they bring down Fox News, they're going to bring down everybody else in their free speech. So we better use it or lose it.
Absolutely, because that's all we really got. That's really all we got. Everything else is just lean to the left. So we praying for them, and everything will work out well.
But it's so sad that the left is doing everything they can do to try to save crooked Hillary.
Absolutely.
They don't want to bring her down, but we ain't letting no crook off the hook.
I'm sure you ladies get this, but I can just feel the energy.
No, we're very passionate.
No, but I mean, it's not just your words. I can feel the energy.
Oh, really? Yeah.
You know, when you find this country over $19 trillion in debt, you have people that are unemployed, people standing on the corners with holding a sign saying we'll work for food. What in the heck is the current administration doing to change that?
And why would the current administration think that we should vote for that same system for another 4 to 8 years? When you ain't done it, you had almost 8 years to do something, and you had not anything.
Well, that's Cloward and Piven. They admit they want us poor. And now Bilderberg Group met this year and admitted, they put a press release out, we want to make you poor and give you a stipend every month to control you. They actually said, we want to control you, we want you poor. So they're now, the conspiracy theorists are right again.
Exactly. That's what they want to do. They want to keep you codependent on the government. And once they keep you there, they can control you.
They say
sugar ain't for free.
That's right. And they're not going to give you the best stuff now. When they give you the crumbs, it's going to be the bare minimum.
The bare minimum.
Well, in fact, that's what they said in his big paper. He won a bunch of awards for this professor. He's just stating what the system is. He said, it's the Walmart model. I'm not tagging Walmart, but this is what they do. Where they pay you just enough but then you're still able to get welfare. They don't pay you above that so that you work 8-10 hours a day, but then you got to go to the government and get something on top of it just to live. That's the big conspiracy. And Donald Trump wants to break that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I believe he is going to break that.
Yes.
See, that's why when you get out, you want to make sure you register to vote. And you want to make sure you vote for Donald Trump, because I believe he can come in and